So I know that many people out there want to get into anime, or if they're already into it, they want to find another anime to watch, but they just cannot decide which anime they should watch. Every time I finish a show, I'm wondering what I should watch next because there's so many anime out there and you just want to pick the right one for the right time. So I'll be making more of these videos in the future to try and help you guys out as much as I can. But this video in particular is for new anime watchers that are watching their first anime or their second or their third and still don't really know which one to watch. And yeah, I just hope this video helps. So let's get into it. But anyway, without further ado, in no particular order, at number 5 we have Vinland Saga. Now the reason why I recommend this anime is because of course not only is it amazing animation, great fights, great scenery and just a great theme in general, but I feel like it's a very easy anime to get into. This anime is about Vikings. It's about this kid named Thorfinn whose father, named Thors, is the strongest Viking at this current point in time. His name is known across the lands, but even though he is the strongest and most feared, he gets tired of the fight and basically retires mid-battle and goes away to live a peaceful life. But of course, as the strongest warrior, this does not last very long and his past ends up catching up to him and his family, and it changes his son and the main character of the show, Thorfinn's life from there onwards, and it sparks a crazy adventure, and it's one of the most wholesome, thrilling and just all around interesting stories that you could watch, and it's definitely one of the best animes out right now.
You're goddamn right.
I feel like this anime does very well at not overwhelming a new anime watcher with the anime tropes and the specific and unique way that anime works. For an anime, it's pretty well grounded and doesn't exaggerate as much as other animes, and I just think it's a great way for a new anime watcher to see exactly why this certain form of media is so popular and so captivating. And yeah, there's just so many things I can say about this show, but I think I've said enough. This is a great anime to start off with. And at number 4 we have Death Note. Now the format of this anime is very straightforward. It's about this young man who's living the average day-to-day life until one day when he's at school, he sees this notebook drop out of nowhere outside of the class window, and so a little while after he picks it up, and from that point on it leads to an absolutely wild and absolutely tense story, because this notebook that he picks up was dropped into this world from another realm, and basically if you simply write someone's name in it, you have to have seen the person's face at least once to be able to write their name in this book and for it to actually take effect. But if you remember their face and write their name in this book and their cause of death, that person will die in the exact way that you wrote them to.
What?
Now there's so many ways they can go with this concept, and till this day it is still one of the coolest concepts in all of storytelling. It's so simple yet so intriguing, and luckily this concept does not go to waste because this story is written so well and the writer is just so intelligent. The things he comes up with, the insane scenarios that you don't think that this main character could get out of, an amazing villain slash hero, because really the main character is a villain, or anti-hero shall we say. But this is one of the most intelligent shows that you can watch, and it's so fun, and it keeps you captivated until the very end.
You what?
It's simply a story about what would happen if you give a normal everyday person the power of control of other people's lives, and how it can ruin a person and lead them down the wrong path. It's great and I strongly recommend it. Now at number 3 we have One Punch Man. Now this one is a very simple recommendation, and I'd say it's one of the strongest, and I would definitely say that this is one of the best animes to start off with. It's the funniest anime that I've ever watched, and I know that a lot of people feel this way. It's a superhero anime, but what this one does differently is that the main character is so overpowered that he can just one-shot any enemy, no matter how powerful they seem, and no matter how much this anime tries to persuade you to believe that the next villain will challenge Saitama in any way, he is just always way too overpowered. And it seems like it'll get boring, but it never even comes close to being boring. This is one of the most fun animes, it's one of the funniest like I said, and all the characters, including all the side characters, there's so many, are all so interesting with their unique abilities, their unique looks, and the animation is top tier. One Punch Man Season 1 is some of the best animation in general. It has 2 seasons overall, and both seasons are highly entertaining. This is a great anime to start off with, and bear in mind that the anime has been on pause for a while, but the manga has been ongoing. There's so much of the story left to be animated, and the anime is coming back soon. And I'm going to let you know now that it doesn't skip a beat. It's still one of the best stories out there, and it's only getting more and more interesting. And just let me leave this off by saying that Saitama may just meet his match in the future of this show. Okay, so at number 2, we have Hunter x Hunter. Now this anime has 2 different animations, but it's the exact same story. The second time it was animated, just restarted the story from scratch. The story is about a young boy named Gon, who discovers that his father, who left him when he was a baby, who is actually one of the most famous hunters in the world.
What?
Now, in this story, being a hunter is one of the best things you can be. It gives you many advantages and a lot of respect. And of course, being the main character of the show, Gon decides that he wants to be the best hunter and he wants to find his father. And so he sets off on this amazing adventure alone and meets some pretty cool characters along the way. The world building in this show is so good. You really fall in love with the world. The concepts for the villains are extremely creative, and to be honest, you can say that about most characters you see in this show. It's such a wholesome, yet dark and thrilling story, and the adventure side of it is just top tier. It's just so fun to explore this world with these characters, and without saying too much, this anime is near perfect. Everyone loves this anime for a reason, and I think you will too, so you should check this one out, just like all the other ones I mentioned. But now, on to number 1. Of course, we have Attack on Titan. Yes, I know most of you who want to get into anime but haven't started yet have heard this recommendation so many times, but it's with good reason, because this anime is just really, really good. It has some of the best writing, if not the best, out of all of the shows and movies out now. Yes, I'm including live action, cartoon, whatever you want to include. Every word spoken in this show you have to listen to. It's not one of them shows where you can kind of pay half attention to when you're on your phone or doing something else, because I guarantee you will miss something very important due to every piece of dialogue having so much meaning, and you could miss a huge hint of a game-changing plot twist or just something that you really need to know. And this results in the show never ever being boring. The dialogue is as entertaining and interesting as the fight scenes, and it really is overall just one of the best shows you can watch. So of course this will be one of the best animes to watch. The concept alone will captivate you instantly, draws you in and never lets you go. As soon as you see what happens in the first scene, you're along for the ride. This world and the whole concept is so unique that it just stands out amongst the rest. This is why you should watch Attack on Titan, Vinland Saga, Death Note and One Punch Man, and Hunter x Hunter. And these 5 shows are just what I think are the easiest and most interesting anime to start off with, and you'll enjoy these shows throughout, beginning to end. Now of course I could have mentioned Naruto, Dragon Ball, One Piece, but the reason I didn't mention these animes are because they are so long, and so if you're new to anime, they might just be too overwhelming. Even though all of them 3 shows are goated, absolutely top tier, they are very much worth your time. But yeah, these are the top 5. But I'm gonna say one more thing about Attack on Titan, just about the concept. All I really need to say is that there's giant human monsters that roam the whole of this island.
Wow.
I didn't say too much about Attack on Titan because I don't need to. I'm sure all of you have heard enough about it by now. I'd say it's the best show to watch first as a beginner. But anyway, that's it for this video. I'll make another one like this soon with 5 more anime that you can begin with or just follow on with. But there's so many great anime out there that you definitely need to watch. But anyways, like I said, that will be it. All of you anime watchers out there, recommend some down below that you think would be great starting anime, because of course I haven't watched them all. Let's help these beginners out and let them know what they've been missing out on, and I'll see you on the next one.